Hello everyone, this is Super Comic Girl. Welcome back to my channel. So we are going to be doing a review of the comics I picked up last week, and what I will be doing is this coming Sunday, which will be tomorrow, I am going to do a review of the comics that came out this week, and I hope that you'll enjoy them as much as I'm enjoying doing this video. So this is not going to be done in sections. This is going to be every single comic minus 3 that I picked up last week, and the reason for this is 2 goes to my brother and the other one I've already done a review on. Alright, so we're going to start off with a issue that was so-so, and then I'll get to the ones that I really did enjoy. And also, tomorrow I will be revealing the comic book cover of the week. So yeah. So the so-so one was Midnight Suns issue number 5. I will say that this issue was confusing. I'm not saying that the characters weren't good, they were, but the whole thing felt, I would say that they were rushing it. So, I mean, it could have at least done at least one more issue before they ended it. But it felt like that they were hurrying it up and trying to get it done. And you would think that you would kill the bad guy in this issue. No, you didn't. I'm sorry, I just really wasn't a fan of this issue. The ending was very, very, I don't know how to describe the ending, but it's just like, I just did not like it. The other issues were really good. This one was like, I just felt like it was flat. And especially like, really, just, So I'm going to give this, at least a 3-star rating, and that's pushing it. Alright, so we're going to move on to the issues that I really did in fact enjoy. So this one is Nightclub issue number 1 with the Spawn variant on it. So this is about a kid who gets injured doing something stupid, and he lands in the hospital. His mother, of course, is upset about the fact that her son is in the hospital for doing something stupid. And he gets bitten by a vampire, and he becomes one. And he goes and he is like showing him the ropes and what it means to be a vampire and all this stuff. I picked up this issue because Mike the Spider Slayer had issue number 2, and I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna check this out, and I was not able to pick up issue number 2. I still have not check to see if it's on Kindle or I can buy a physical copy. I did hear that there's a second printing being done of issue 2. Yeah, I mean, overall, it was a really good comic. You're introduced to this character who is now a vampire. Now you can do all these really cool things. And yeah, I mean, it's a very decently done comic, and I had a guy that said he was saying that he liked it, and also it's $1.99, so you can't beat that. So, yeah. So I want to give it 5 stars. It's a good first issue. I really can't wait to be able to get my hands on the second issue. So we have Year Zero, Volume 0, 4 of 5. And this is, we're getting close to the end of this. And it's just a collection of, I believe, 3 stories with, like, you know, North Korea, and you got Russia, and you got the United States. And actually 4, actually, because you have the air and you got the ground. And basically, you got these characters that they're, you know, especially on land, they're starting to see, you know, these people that are rising from their graves. Yeah, it's for him, it's very emotional. He's seeing this movie that he's not allowed to see, and now he's going to defect to South Korea. So yeah, it's a lot of gore, but I enjoyed it immensely. I really did. So yeah, 5 stars. Good comic. You see a lot of, like, emotion and the fear of, like, what the fuck is going on. So yeah. So I am going to start off with so these are the Harley Quinn comics, and I was looking it up, and I found out that the Harley Quinn Who Laughs is from the Dark Multiverse. So you got Harley Quinn issue number 24. I did manage to get my hands on issue number 1. I will be doing a review of... I'm going to do a review of issues 1 through 5. So that's going to be next week. Harley being Harley. We find... This is basically, who killed Harley Quinn. And we find out that the Harley Quinn Who Laughs killed the Harley Quinn from Earth. From Prime Earth. And she was brought back to life by the Lazarus Pit, and she is trying to basically trying to defeat this Harley. And it's an interesting one because I've never read the Dark Multiverse at all. And I mean, it's weird to have this character, but it's just, overall, I'm going to say I enjoyed this issue a lot. And I mean, it's just it's just a really interesting issue, and we do finally get the first appearance of the Harley Quinn Who Laughs. So yeah. So 5 stars. Good issue. So issue number 25 is another, I'm going to say, another great issue. And we also have Old Harley. And, it's just basically Harley Quinn is trying to run away from this form of Harley Quinn that is just like the Batman Who Laughs. And we basically find out that in this issue that the Harley Quinn Who Laughs is going through the multiverse, killing off all the Harleys that are part of that particular Earth. And what it's actually doing is it's causing it's causing the DC multiverse damage because of how destructive this entity actually is. I mean, she's unstoppable. There's, you can't do anything to stop her. And she's just psychotic on a whole new level. I like the appearance of the different Harleys. We have Harley Might, I think that's it. Yeah. So we're definitely seeing all these Harleys coming from these different multiverses. Hopefully we'll get Harley from Earth 13. That would be pretty cool. I would really like to see Harley from Earth 13. But like I said, it's a really great issue. We all thought the dark multiverse was over, but we get a piece of it, in the form of this new character. So 5 stars, really, really good, and yeah. Alright, so this is the Harley Quinn that came out last week. And this is, of course, you have Harley Quinn who laughs. And, this one right here, this is from the Arkham video game. And, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, she's got to team up with Batwoman. And they're just going around trying to capture all these different kinds of Harleys. And some of them, I don't think they really understand why, that their life is in danger. They just think it's one big wild ride they're on. But this Harley, the one that is running away and all this, she understands, and I get this from it, that she understands exactly how dangerous this is. So, yeah, it really is a really cool issue, and we get that ending right there. So yeah, 5 stars. This issue was a lot of fun. See all the different Harleys and them having to go around and try to capture them. So yeah, I mean, they did a bang up job with this, and I'm looking forward to issue number 27. I just had a blast reading it. It was a lot of fun. Then we have Dead Boy Detectives issue number 2. Now, issue number 1 was really good. We were introduced to Dead Boy Detectives. We did see them in Doom Patrol. I will say that Doom Patrol is due to end after their 4th season. So I mean, it's one of those like dark kind of stories where all these these kids, death didn't pick them up, or death allowed them to continue to exist on some kind of plane. Yeah. I like the quality of the paper. It feels like old-time comics. And I'm just really getting into this story. You got a little bit of jealousy going on. She talks a little bit about her life before she died, about how her parents thought that she was involved in Satanism. Yeah, overall, highly enjoyed it. It was so good, and just a lot of drama and a lot of emotion and a lot of like looking at yourself, if that makes any kind of sense. So yeah, Dead Boy Detectives issue number 2. Highly enjoyed it. 5 stars. Another good comic book from the world of Neil Gaiman. So we have Justice Society of America issue number 2, The New Golden Age, and this continues the adventures of Helena Wayne. We get Salem, which is the Fate's psychic, and Fate goes through some weird things in this issue. Sorry about that, guys. This is all about Helena. She is the main thing. Also, we find out that Helena, for years and years, has been seeing this guy, and she calls him the Boogeyman. And her mother gets really upset about this because basically she does not believe her that there is someone that is following her daughter. And it's only later when she actually encounters the guy that is following her daughter that she finds out her daughter was telling the truth for years. And we end with that. Well, at least with that. And basically, they both die, and we go through that whole little shift and all that type of stuff. Overall, very good issue. I was a little confused by some parts of it, but so was Dr. Fate. And I just, like I said, I just enjoyed it. And it really shows like how messed up the Huntress's life was. And about, first, her father was killed and then her mother was killed. And it kind of mimics what made Bruce Wayne Batman, but she, of course, doesn't become Batgirl or Batwoman. She is the Huntress. And anytime you have a character going backward and forward in times, it's always confusing. But it's not a bad plot, and I highly enjoyed her. I really liked the journey that Fate went through and all that. So 5 stars, another good issue from DC Comics. Born of Blood issue number 4. I am not going to show you the interior artwork because you guys saw it. So basically she's exiled and she's trying to fight her way back to the throne. It has sex and gore and blood and all that stuff. And finally, they get back to Sparta and all that. So I'm going to say this is 4.5 stars, but this is definitely not for children. All right, then we've got. Okay, I got 5 more to go. So. Alright, so we got Gargoyles issue number 2. The first issue was really good. It was a solid issue. Issue 2 is another solid issue. You have, I really like the illustrations. It feels like that you're watching the television show. So, I mean, you got, um, yeah. So, you got, Molly here, who looks absolutely beautiful. Um, and, Maggie got kidnapped because she's pregnant. Uh, and there's a lot of emotion in this issue. And I just loved it. I mean, there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of, like, they're trying to help their friends. Alex is older now. For people that do not know who Alex Xanatos is, he is the grandson of the King and Queen of Avalon. And I mean, overall, it's a really, really good issue. You gotta love that facial expression on him, like, oh, yay, baby. Oh man, I just loved this issue a lot. And they're trying to find Maggie and, Coldstone, or is it, I think that's, let's see who, yeah, so, yeah, I mean, you have the villain, who is a clone of Goliath, who wants the baby for himself. But, yeah, I mean, it's a sweet cover. I really enjoyed issue number 2. And, let's see what happens in issue number 3. So, 5 stars, great issue. So, we have Batman Gotham Knights Gilded City, issue 4 of 6. So far, I have been enjoying this run. We do meet the Immortals, I think Vandal Savage, something like that. And, the Court of Owls is peddling this cure for typhus. And yeah, I mean, it's a very different type of Batman. And I mean, like I said, I just been enjoying it. There's a lot of room. There's just a lot of stuff that goes on. You have Gotham of the past, Gotham of the present, and they're all coming together. And, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I highly enjoyed it. It's great illustrations, great story, great characters, great everything. So 5 stars on that one. So we have Action Comics issue number 1051. So this is supposed to be the beginning of the dawn of DC. And really with like Superboy, and this is Clark Kent's son. I have never read any of the Son of Kal-El, so I am not going to say, oh well, blah 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 and blah blah. It has really been focusing a lot on, as far from what I have been hearing, it focused a lot on Clark's son's development and growth, and definitely his sexuality was definitely very prominent in the Son of Kal-El. This one forces him to face a villain that his father knows very well, and he's not ready for it. He's not able to do it. And so, he doesn't have the experience to, like I said, never read any of the Son of Kal-El. Um, and the only, I think really, and I'm going to say this, I think the only thing that I'm not going to make any kind of comments about a comic book series I've never read, or a title I've never read. So when anyone talks bad about the Son of Kal-El, I just say, hey, look, I've never read it, so I'm not going to make a comment about it. I'm not going to say it was a good comic series or a bad comic series. I just never read it because it just didn't interest me. But I'm really hoping that his new run, his limited run, is has more interesting characters. But we are in a world where basically there's two kinds of ages. There's the age before Superman showed up and the age after he showed up. And Superman's been around for so long, they forget about what it was like before he showed up. And there's a lot of, hatred for Superman from people that view him as an actual alien and they don't want him around anymore. And, of course, you have all of the Superman's family. And of course, I don't know, he's not actually, well, I think he's just because Superman, or so there is there's these different versions of, I think there's 3 different versions of Superboy, something like that. And, I mean, it's, and, it's alien-free skies, and then he talks about, Clark talks about, what was he at? Warworld. So Clark was in Warworld doing what you do in Warworld, and he gets allies that come with him, and they, and then you have Metallico. But yes, and I mean, has absolutely no, but you can tell that something is going on. This is a piece of Doomsday, which I was surprised to see. Yeah. So I mean, it was a good issue. I highly enjoyed it, and so 5 stars. Really good issue. I'm really glad to see that it is focusing on different members of Superman's family instead of it on just one character. Then we have Detective Comics number 1068, and you got a Gotham. You have these, you have this werewolf, which is interesting. And he's basically battling these different kinds of crazies. You got Two-Face that is totally on Batman's side, which is really nice to see that Two-Face is, rooting for Batman because, Harvey Dent used to be one of Batman's allies, and it's great. It's nice to see that. And of course, he blames himself for a lot of the stuff that happened that was not his fault. I really liked the illustrations. The fighting was awesome. And they're just determined to, these things are determined to bring Batman down, consider him to be a poison. And, like I said, I loved it. It was a good issue, and, yeah. But if anybody wants to know, was this the only cover I was able to get? Yes. It was the only one. So last but not least, we got Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. So I'm going to say this issue was weird because Adolf Hitler and his wife take a serum that takes a serum that is supposed to like enable him to survive and stuff. And everything's crumbling around him, but he's still Chancellor of Germany. And yeah, I mean, it takes place in World War II. You got zombies, you got this easy company. Overall, I enjoyed it immensely. It was really good. Yeah, I mean, yeah. For the last 4 issues, I have really enjoyed this. This 5th issue did not disappoint. And yeah, I mean, not really much you can say about it except that it is just classic horror that is really, really good. And definitely a different take on the undead and zombies and all that type of stuff, which is always good to have a different take on the classic zombie. So 5 stars for Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. So that is the video for today. As I said, tomorrow I will be having the review for the comic books that I read, that I bought on, not yesterday. Oh my lord, my mind's going blue. The comic books that I purchased Wednesday, that will be out tomorrow. I'm going to, when I end this video, I'm going to jump on there and I will be doing, I will be reading those comics. You will be getting a comic book cover of the week tomorrow as well, and that's going to be before I upload the video for the small little pile of comics that you saw in that video. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, keep reading. Bye.